Today we're at location number 2. We're going to be taking care of the slosh tub, getting some bolts in and doing some final touches on the hood hinges, getting the gaps right, getting the hood hinges to sit down just right so it doesn't hit the top of the slosh tub, and get a few more bolts in that bolt the slosh tub to the cab. So let's go do it so you can check it out. Okay, so now we got the truck off the go jacks and we have it on the Hercules lift. Now time to mock up some stuff. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. All right, here we go. Bolt the slosh tub to the cab, which is this bolt right in here. So I'm gonna have to drill a hole on the underside of the slosh tub to get it to bolt to the cab. However, when we fit this all together, this tab right here, this mount location, I had to cut that off. I cut that off because it actually sat towards the front of the truck about an eighth of an inch, I think it was. So I cut that tab off, but I'm gonna have to re-weld that, tack weld that back in so it sits right. Okay, so here's what we got. I was able to line up and drill a hole in the slosh tub so I can get that bolt right here to the cab, right? And then on this driver's side, that bracket I was talking about that I cut off, I just was able to get it mocked up into place, drill the hole, use a bolt on the bracket, and then basically just come up in here with a welder and just try to tack weld it. Nothing pretty right now, but I need something to hold. It's really dirty underneath here. So I got that one. Obviously we got that bolt right there. So now we got the slosh tub officially mounted to the cab on both sides. We're back. Now that we've got the slosh tubs installed, now we got to address the hood hinges. When I cut the fender to fit the slosh tub, we lost one of the bolt holes. So we have this bolt hole for the factory hinge and this bolt right here, and there was a bolt down lower which is now gone. So I went down and ordered a set of WAMRODS. You go over to WAMRODS.com. This guy's got a conversion kit that converts the factory hood hinge with a spring to a gas shock. So let's open up the kit and let's get it done. So I got a kit from WAMRODS. There's the logo right here. WAMRODS right there. So inside this kit, this is going to change the factory spring to a shock. So this got some bolts, hardware here, and we got 2 shocks. So I think this is going to fit in something like this. So we have some instructions right here. We're gonna follow these instructions. We're gonna get both the hood hinges modified and we're gonna get them trimmed down. I've already made this cut right here to go around the slosh tub. So I'm gonna go through these instructions, get things modified up, get things trimmed down, and get them to fit. got the hood mounted back on the hood hinges. Had to toy around with the gaps, getting everything lined up with the hood hinges. And let me show you what this looks like. Alright, so these are the WAMROD hood hinges. As you can see, I've had to cut off this extra piece of metal off the hood hinge. This is a cosmetic only, but down here, right here, this actually hits the top of this slosh tub. So I'm gonna have to grind a little bit more of this down. We got the WAMRODS completed, got the bracket done with the bolts and the gas shock, and the top of the gas shock snaps on to this right here, which replaces the bolt for the hood. Here's what the other side looks like. Okay, so everything's fitting. So here we are, we're back. So a couple problems that I had to overcome was obviously getting the slosh tubs in, getting me as high as I could for tire clearance. Everything seemed to bolt up real nice once we had things lined up. The next challenge was obviously getting the hood hinge to work. I got the hood hinge conversion kit from WAMRODS, and that actually turned out to work pretty damn well. You can see a lot of my orange marks where I've had to cut a factory hood hinge to make it to actually get the WAMROD conversion to work right and to sit over the tub. The other challenge I had is the hood hinge as it comes down hitting the top of the slosh tub on both sides. So I had to do a little bit more trimming and grinding, but at the end, this is kind of what it looks like, right? All this area has to come off. This was where the spring would mount to. This came out like this. There's a spring that mounted here and back here. So all that came off because we don't need that no more for this conversion. So all in all, the WAMRODS seemed to work out pretty good. It was a good purchase. I think the WAMRODS was something like $100 or something like that. It took me, I want to say, maybe an hour or two to just kind of plan everything out, drill the holes, get it done, get them put in here. So a couple of hours of time, about $100. So if you're running some slosh tubs, or you just simply want to have gas shocks, get rid of that big spring, I would say these WAMRODS, they're well worth the money, and they absolutely worked out for me.